Welcome to the studio, it's Froyle here and I'm so glad you've joined me. Today I'm using these beautiful colours from the Colour Cube palette. They turned out better than I expected. Are we going to embellish the painting? That's the question. You'll have to wait and see, so come and join me. Right, so today I'm pretty excited about my gift that Jerry sent me. Thank you, Jerry. Have a look at this. They're sink strainers or dish strainers or some kind of strainer or drainer. I don't know, but they're a cute little shape. Look at the colours of them. Jerry sent them to me. Wasn't that just so kind? She said, I have to try them. So today's the day, baby. We're going to bust out some paints. I've got some leftover colours that I'm going to use. Pull out the canvas and let's see what we can create with these fabulous sink strainers. That will be so much fun. Right, so I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I've got my fabulous strainers. Now what will I do? Do I put paint down first? Or do I'm going to use all of them, of course. I could just put one in the middle, but nah, that's pretty boring. Let's get them all going on. I've got leftover paints with different pouring mediums, so I'm really hoping that it doesn't all like crack up. But, you know, you got to try these things. Meh, it can only not work. It'll be fine. Let's start with some black and be really dramatic. And then I've got some copper. Yes. And yes, we'll put a different amount in the cup so they look a bit different. What about some gold? I've got a little tiny bit of gold. Let's throw that in. Black, copper, gold. I've got some of this. It's called blush. When I was doing one of my Colour Cube Challenge palettes. Look at that. That is a beautiful pink colour. Yes, we have to have that. Maybe a little bit of gold on top of that pink. Oh, I can see the paint coming out the bottom. Yippee. I like the idea of having a cluster of the shapes. Now, what else have I got? I've got this one is called Rose Tan. It's a beautiful Liquitex color. Absolutely glorious. I can't remember what pouring medium I've mixed that one with because I've got a few leftovers. Now I've got this one, which is apricot. That comes from one of my palette challenges with the Colour Cube. That is a beautiful color. Let's just pour it all in there because we like using up leftovers. I love using up leftovers. What about, do we want a tiny little spot of black to be dramatic? How much paint do you think I should put on here? I don't know, man. Do we want a bit more pink on the black? Okay. I could probably stop tipping paint on, I'm thinking. Oh, I forgot this colour. I've got this beautiful rust colour. I have to put that in. All right, I'm finishing. Let's finish with the copper. Okay. Righto, I'm thinking we've got enough paint on the canvas. How fun is that? That looks fun. I don't want to stretch it too much and completely wreck my beautiful pattern. So I might just put a little bit more in them so it doesn't have to stretch. I probably could have already painted the sides, but I didn't. Oh, maybe we want some black on the edges so that the beautiful shapes don't have to stretch so far. That's a good idea. Maybe some of the beautiful rust colour around like that. Okay, I think I'm feeling a bit more brave now. Ta-da, ta-da! That's one. There's two, and let's go with three. Now that's far more exciting than just having one in the middle, don't you think? Triple sink strainer. Now what can we do with it? Well, let's see what it does. We've got a good amount on the canvas. It doesn't have to stay in those shapes. I really don't mind it not holding the form of those little flower looking things, because I think it could make a very interesting pattern by giving it a tilt around. Get to all the sides. That's pretty nice. They're pretty beautiful colors. Oh yes, I'm loving it. Loving it. What about we bring it over this way? Bring it over this way. Bring it down this way. And let's see if we like that composition. Look at the beautiful gold in it. I like the black going through it. That adds a little bit of drama. Whoopsies. I haven't quite got it to that edge. We might need to fix that. A little bit of this one on the edge. Got to get the edge covered. Now, what do we think about the composition? Do we like it? Do we not like it? Do we want to change it? There's quite a good amount of paint on the canvas, so we can move it any which way, depending on how we like the shapes. I'm thinking that way. Let's push it back this way. Bring those shapes down there. What do we think about that? Those colours are pretty groovy. Have a look at that. I think I'm liking it up this way. As a composition, I'm liking the big shape up there and the one down here. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave it going up this way. Now the question is, do I want to add a swipe or do I want to add anything else through there? I might just have a little think about it. It's quite a fascinating pattern and I'm definitely going to leave it alone. I thought about swiping it or adding this or changing that, but it's quite beautiful. It reminds me of flowers. It makes me happy because the colors are so beautiful and bright, and I'm just not sure which way I prefer it. I think I even like it up this way. I like the sweep of that composition, and I'm thinking that when it's dried, I've got a beautiful flower stencil that would work really well, perhaps going up through that way in the composition. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to poke at it, which is amazing for me because I always poke at them. I may keep turning it around and looking at it, but for now, I'm just going to let it be, let it dry and see how well it dries up. The painting has dried up absolutely beautiful. No cracks. And considering it was a mix of different pouring mediums, that's always a challenge and an experiment. Look at how beautiful the gold has dried up, very metallic. That's the atelier gold, that seems to really shine. And the beautiful copper here is absolutely glorious. I'm loving it. It definitely turned out better than I expected. I was thinking about embellishing up here with a flower stencil, but now that it's all dried and looking beautiful, I'm thinking I don't really need to. But that doesn't mean I won't in the future. So if I add anything else to these beautiful paintings, I will do a video showing embellishments. But right now, I'm very happy with it. I think it's beautiful. I think it would look even more stunning with a varnish. So that will probably be my next step. Hang it on the wall. Have a look at it for a while, think about it, and then we'll see whether or not we want to add anything else. I did have a lot of fun using the sink strainers. That was a really novel approach to starting the painting, and there's so many ways we can do that. There's hundreds of tools or basic kitchen utensils that will create absolutely fabulous and exciting applications for getting the paint on the canvas, and everything we try has a different look, a different feel, and creates different shapes. I'm loving all these marks here and this pattern from the strainer. That was a whole lot of fun. What are we going to try next time? Thanks for joining me. I think the painting turned out way better than I expected. I'm loving how these colors came together. Now don't forget, you can find more information in the description under the video. Like and subscribe, share the video around, show me some love, and I'll see you next time in the studio.